Hold on, Mom. Trying to do an interview.
Hi. 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 Hello. My name is Elise. Most people call me Elise. And this is Pie in the Sky Paranormal, where we talk to people about things that are paranormal. Um, so today we have a very special guest. Um,
Thank
his
you.
name is Johann Fried Smith Will Iamson.
No, it's an American name. It's John Fred Smith Williamson.
And how do you
But
pronounce
you can
that?
just you can just call me John Fred Smith Williamson.
John Fred Smith
William.
William.
Like William Tell.
Who?
Mom, I'm doing an
Wait.
interview.
Who told? Tell me what?
Uh, about William? No, William Tell is a historical figure.
Oh, can we talk about that?
No, I have a book to sell.
Oh,
I mean, I have a book to sell because okay, Elise. I'm a Bigfoot researcher, very well known, and I've got a book even that I wrote.
and so when you wrote the book,
Yeah,
did did you
I wrote.
what did you write it with a pen?
No, I had a ghostwriter.
Wow.
Speaking of
So
paranormal,
you got a ghost to write your book. That's really neat. Let's talk about that. So
okay.
when the ghost was
No,
writing for you,
no, Miss Elise. It's not an actual ghost. They're called ghost. They're called ghost writers. They write your story for you because I don't know. See, I was deducted by a Bigfoot family and their big feets. So I want to get the story out. So I got a hold of somebody, and he's called a ghostwriter, Inc.
so the ghost uses ink to write your story. Now, can you see through him as he's writing with his ghost ink?
It's Inc. as in a business, Inc. as in LLC, or yeah, I mean a business. So it wasn't a real ghost. He was a real person. But I'm here to talk about my deductions from the Bigfoot's feats
Oh, so
because I'm an author and I wrote a book and I hate the big feats because of what they did to me.
so okay. So as you told your ghost with the ink, you were deducted by big feats.
Yes, there. I know that for a fact. There was a father big feet and a mother big feet, and I think two baby big feet that I remember, but they were
Now,
smaller feet.
so
A
the
few.
baby big feets, were their feet still big, or were they just more baby sized big feet?
Mom, hold on, hold on. I don't want any spaghetti. I'm trying to do a show. The baby big feets have big feet for being a baby.
I had big feet when I was a baby. I can
I don't
relate.
think you were a Bigfoot.
Well, that's what my mommy wrote in her baby diary, that my feet were so big that they had to saw her in half to get me out.
They had to saw your mother in half? Well, maybe you are a big feet, so I don't know.
I mean, it was just when I was a baby. I grew into them eventually.
Well, I got a book to sell on Amazon. It's called Sometimes the Big Feet That I Hate. Because sometimes I love them, but most of the time I hate them for what they did to me. I
So,
still have bruises, Elise.
so did you get the bruises when they deducted you to the Amazon?
It wasn't the Amazon. It was in an isolated location in the Northeast of the United States. See, all of this is in my book. It's on Amazon.
Is that like Facebook?
No, that's like
So there were
TikTok
no
and Instagram.
so there's no big feats on the book of the face because I don't think feet pics are allowed on Facebook. Is that right? Did your ghost write about that in the book?
My ghost did not write. He's not a ghost. He's a writer. He's a real person. His name's Peter, and he's got an Inc. company. I
I
called him
thought
up.
ink was spelled INK. I did really good at spelling all
You-
15 years of grade school,
You're
so I think I would know. I won all of the spelling wasps.
well. Congratulations.
Thank you. My mom was really, really proud of me. She still was bandaged up a lot from when they had to saw her in half to get me out because my feet were big.
But I mean, to have awards for spelling bees, because I never did
Wasps.
that. I kind of never could spell when I was young and felt really bad about it. I mean, that's why I got this ghostwriter because I
Because
don't
you
know.
were a ghost and ghosts don't have schools.
Well, no, because I can't spell so well. All I know is I got a book, I was deducted, and they took me. Not I didn't see lights or I didn't see anything like that. They didn't tamper with me. These were hairy apes, and they took me in the northeast part of America, isolated, and I'm not saying where because it's in the book. You can get it for $1.99 on Amazon.
So the big feats in
I'm a big
Iceland got
researcher,
you
Elise. I'm a big researcher. I'm an
with
author.
because big feats, so you would be big like my feet. They're itty bitty now, but they used to be
Nobody
big.
can see me, right? Because if they know who I am at where I work at, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble.
No, I can't see you
Okay.
because is it because you are a ghost? I
No.
still don't
So
understand what ghost writing is.
no. This is all about the cryptologies. There's cryptologies out there of all kinds, and mine were big feats. But can I talk about my story? It gets really heavy and hot and deep, like
Uh,
a lava cave.
I like heavy and hot and deep, but this is a Christian channel, so I don't think we can do that.
Oh no,
Wait,
I'm sorry, Elise, beg my
no,
pardon.
wait, sorry, this isn't. It's
Wait,
not
do
a
you beg my
Christian
pardon?
channel. It just
Or
uh
do I beg yours? I'm supposed to beg your pardon. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant I'm scared, is what I really mean. If we get to the crux of the matter, I'm scared. Because I
well,
still think they're out there. Not there.
like right now.
Yes, I do believe that I'm being followed by hairy ape men. And they,
So when Mr. Harry Ape Man was following you,
yeah.
did you call security?
I, hey, Mom, do we have ADT? I think,
I was
yeah. So
diagnosed
we,
with ADT.
Yeah, I think we got a security system called. I don't want Biscotti. Jeez. It's
Can you say
ADT.
hi to your mommy for me? Is that your mommy? Does
I don't know. Can they hear
can
me? Do they hear me saying? I'm here to sell a book, and it's on Amazon for $1.99. And I'm a big researcher in the field. Like people have called me up about interviews already. So, but we got ADT. It stands
I
for
have ADD too. It's really hard.
the security system. ADT. You got that? It it was easy to install.
Oh, I was just born with it. You had
What?
I didn't know people would install that for themselves, but you know, um, that you do you, and that's
Okay.
that's fun.
Okay.
And so so you were in Iceland or the Amazon. You were in the Iceland part of North America, and you were
Yeah.
deducted by the big feats. Can you tell me for our viewers and listeners
How
the
many? How many are out there? Because I've got a book to sell.
I we have a big following. There's at least 10 and a half people right now.
I told you, Mom.
Yeah,
I
they're good.
man, I knew I was going to sell books.
Guys,
Thanks,
thanks.
Elise, for having me on.
So, um, when when you were absconded by the big feats, was the fur
Wisconsin.
Brillo
I was
pad,
deducted.
or was the fur
Hmm.
silky smooth like legs and Nair commercial?
Oh no, no. At least they had. Well, first off, it came out of the clear blue. I was camping by a river down by the lake and fishing. So when I was fishing,
For
uh,
compliments?
for what?
Fishing for compliments? Because I do that on my book face, because
Do you?
I get really I get insecure, and then I say, hey, I am not the best paranormal interviewer in the world. And then people are like,
You're doing
oh my
fine.
God, yes, you are. And I'm like, no,
You-
guys, no. And then they're like, yes, you are, Elise, AKA Elise. And I'm like, thanks, guys.
That's
This is
nice
keeping
of
my
them.
ADT under control. Thanks.
Wow. No, I was actually fishing with a fishing rod. Have you ever heard of that before?
Uh, was Fishing Rod, wasn't that the guy who did the Twilight Zone?
It could have been, but what I was doing was using it's like a long wooden. Oh, anybody see me? I don't want to be seen. It's a long wooden stick, and I put string on it, and I cast it out, and I put a worm on it too, because I learned that from uh, TV, on TV, and they say always to put like an earthworm on there and cast it. They say because my dad, he would always, hey mom, what was that show that he oh gosh, there was a fishing show he watched all the time on cable, and they would just fish for like 8 hours a day. They didn't say much, but I learned a lot, and I
So
just
when
went.
they were on the show you watched, when they were fishing,
Hmm.
did did you put the worm into the fish mouths? Is that how
Yes,
fishing works?
I think. I mean, I was scared, so I would put. I would just grab the worm out of there real quick, put it on the needle, on the record, and then throw it out into the water. And then I never caught any fish. But my point being, because I've got a book to sell, is that they threw a burlap sack over my head and they tied it in a knot. I couldn't get out, and I tried. And they dragged me, I think, across the river, honestly, because I got all wet. I mean,
Are
that's
you
as far.
sure it wasn't raining and that's why and they
Well,
just dragged you through a tunnel?
um, I, I don't know what happened after I got the burlap sack over my head. I just got all wet, and they dragged me into this cave. And once in the cave, it got really scary because I think the Big Feet kids started to kick me, and I think they cursed at me. I think they said bad words because my feelings were hurt.
What kind of bad words did they say? Like,
Well, they didn't speak English, so it was more like grunts and and
oh,
but they
that's
felt
rough.
but they felt hurtful. I mean, if I could get a lawyer, if there's a lawyer out there watching this program anywhere in the country,
I think there's a lot of liars out there who are watching.
well, I need a liar to like take on my case because I think I've got a good case. And if we could find these big feet, because they look like they had a lot of cool things in their cave that we don't have, and I would love them. And the only
Well,
way to do that is to sue them. I want to sue them. I want to sue the pants off of them, Elise.
what kind of pants did they wear? Were they
This,
high-waisted
mm,
leggings or were they maybe gauchos?
what are gauchos? Is that the Marx Brothers? I know Gaucho Marx.
Yeah,
All I
gaucho.
know is the,
He's really funny, but
yeah, I
I
think you're saying Gaucho Marx.
yeah, but
But
there are
there's,
pants that are like not pants, but they're halfway pants, they're ankle
oh,
pants.
people in half houses wear half pants. That's like the Incredible Hulk did that too. But see, these were big feet, and everybody thinks big feet are hairy, and they are, and they will run around and they deduct people. And once they got in the cave, like they turned lights on. They had, I swear, it looked like velvet pants. I mean, it was like top of the notch. Like whoever's out there is a fashionista. I mean, they had everything.
I
And that's why I
uh,
want a liar to sue them.
uh Joe Hanfried, I have to interrupt you because we do not endorse fashionistas on this
Oh,
channel. We don't
sorry.
talk about them. Fashionistas have done really bad things historically, like in the war with Finland. Their fashionistas are it's a bad movement
I'm sorry.
that is just begrudging on our society nowadays.
You got a
So
lot of
big
rules on
feets
your
are
show.
fashionistas, and they are bad velvet
She's talking about
pants
fashions.
wearing big feet
What are fashions?
bozo bad guys. Is that what you're telling me?
Um, no, not really. I
Oh,
mean, if you got rules, I abide by them. But I'll put it in a different way. They wore great looking clothes, but they never put any shoes on because of their big feet.
now,
But those kids, they beat me, and they hit me, and they swore at me. I
oh, that
know
was
they
all
did.
15 years of my grade school.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Oh, but I wasn't in your school.
No, but you should just be sorry.
I am. But they also
Thanks.
You're welcome, Elise. You got a lot of rules. I'm selling a book, by the way. It's on Amazon for a buck
Oh,
99.
so
But
your book is
they
$199
no
on,
what
and you
a
can buy it in
dollar
the Amazon.
no it's a dollar 99, and I'm gonna be a big researcher. And mom, how much was that again? I'm going to be the kids threw food at me, and I know that the dad big feet and the mom big feet got so pissed that they started to kick me too, and that's why I still have bruises on me right now. But whatever they ate, the kids spat it at me, and then that's when I think they started to swear, and they said bad things to me, and it hurt me. It hurt me
What
really
did they
bad.
swear to?
To me, they swore to me.
Oh, so they swore to you, like they swore their allegiance to you. That's really kind of cool. You got big feet follower.
No, they don't. I got a book to sell, and it's a buck 99 on Amazon, and it's about me being deducted by these big feet, and
So do the
they
big feet, when they deducted you, did
mm,
you find that they had abductive reasoning skills?
that's what I find so fascinating about this. They knew what they were talking about. They seem to have a language all of their own. Of course, I think during all of my YouTube video watches on Big Feet, I found out that they do have a language, but they tended to know a lot about technology, because it looked like the dad Big Feet was wiring up some like thing in a hole in the wall, and they had electronics. And that's why I need a liar to sue these big feet, because I was hurt. Damn it. Sorry.
You should be, but that's okay. You
Thank you.
shouldn't swear in front of your mom.
I don't
Mommy
have, she,
doesn't like
I live by
swearing.
myself, Elise. I've started a foundation called People Who Are Mad at Big Feet .net, and
So my people
who are
who
mad at Big Feet .net.
big feet
And you can also
in the
buy my
net.
book from there. It's got a link there. As soon as you open up the page, it's got it says buy this now. It says buy now button, and you can buy my book.
I I had
Because the
I
kids,
had
Elise,
friends who
they
say
spit
bye
on me
now.
and they swore at me, and I hurt.
Oh. So so when the big feet were in the net, that's when that's when they kicked you and called you mean names and gave you boo-boos.
Um, well,
Cuz
I was in the burlap sack in the cave. That's when it happened.
but
But
then
there's more. There's way more, Elise, on this. Like
oh,
the most interesting part is about to happen.
okay. So let's
Okay,
tell
so
me.
they decided to pull me
And
out
now
of
for
that
paranormal headlines.
burlap sack. The huh?
Today, Tuesday, June 27th,
Wait, what's going on,
2023. Paranormal headlines in the
Elise?
news.
What are you looking at? Uh, what's going
The,
on here? Are you doing
I'm
paranormal news?
it's I'm doing the news and there's the camera.
I
Look
think
at
you
the
better look at the camera. I'll go see how my sales are doing on Amazon, because I know I sold a book.
okay. Well, I thought that there would be a camera that I would look at, but um thought there was another camera. Paranormal headline news. As potential candidates line up for the 2024 presidential election, both Democratic and Republican runners are reporting strange occurrences within their homes and government offices.
Holy
These
heck.
strange occurrences include books flying off the shelves, seemingly on their own, and sometimes even spontaneously combusting, particularly titles involving the word science. White House supernatural officials believe that and poltergeists are to blame for this uptick in paranormal activity. The cryptid community has welcomed its newest member. That's right. Point Pleasant's own Mothman has the new title of Moth Daddy to a bouncing baby caterpillar cryptid. When asked about his preferred parenting style, Mothman reportedly stated that while he doesn't intend to become a helicopter parent and hover too closely, he's not afraid to burn or collapse bridges for the sake of his little larva. And finally, in April, it was announced that Mattel and Hasbro have entered into multi-year licensing agreements to create co-branded toys and games from some of their most popular brands. Hasbro and Mattel launched this collaboration against the backdrop of two major theatrical releases this summer, with Hasbro's Transformers: Rise of the Beasts from Paramount and Mattel's Barbie from Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Their next partnership will take the form of a Barbie-themed Ouija board, a Barbie Malibu Mausoleum toy set, as well as a sequel to the upcoming theatrical film, which will be entitled Ouija, Barbie and the Pink Planchette. When asked if she would return to helm the second film, yes or no, director Greta Gerwig simply said, goodbye. And that was Paranormal News headlines of
Hey, Mom, there's going to be a
today.
Barbie movie out. Paranormal. Hi.
So does
Karen.
Bigfoot wear Barbie shoes, or are they too small?
Oh, are we back?
Yes, haven't you been paying attention? This is my show.
Uh,
You're not a good
I'm still
interviewer.
I'm still hurt. That's all I know. But I was about ready to get into the most important part of all of this, where they pulled me out of not my burlap sack, it was theirs, and I don't know
Did you
where they
take
got
the burlap sack bench sack with you? The sack bunch club? Did you take that home with you?
No, they kept it because when they were done with me, they threw me out the door like last night's trash. That's also why I'm getting a liar to sue them. I mean, my whole point about coming on this channel, Pie in the Sky Paranormal, you guys were highly regarded, and you said you would get a lawyer for me and you would sue the pants off of them because they wore pants. They wore pants in the cave as their kids were spitting on me and calling me mean, nasty words. No, nobody's ever called me mean, nasty words before, except when I was a kid. And my mom.
Well,
And then there was my best friend Frank called me mean, dirty words too. But I'm suing
what
these.
kind of dirty words did
They would
the
say "damn it" to me, and then they would say, "You stick this in your." And I'm not saying it, Elise, but they said you're bad, mean things, and I'm
stick
sick and
this in
tired of it.
your
My
earlobe?
where I go to bathroom.
Well,
Wait, yeah, did you hear me?
if you
My
need,
butt.
so they told you to go to the bathroom. Got it. Told Johann
Okay, so John. So
Fried.
Fred Smith Williamson of the John Fred Smith Williamsons. It's a big family here in
Bath
Kentucky.
bathroom.
They could they could what would you call it when they can vouch for me? That's the word. Because they can vouch for me that I need a liar to get a lawsuit done. They said Hammond and Hammond would get things done for me. But getting back to the story, I was pulled out of a burlap sack. Are you drawing my silhouette? Can you see me?
I'm I'm
Are
just
you
go on with your story.
okay?
This is part of the research. I am just
Because are you psych?
don't mind me. Pretend I'm not here. That's what my dad did.
Oh, okay. Well, because I thought if you were a therapist, I can talk to you maybe about how I hurt so bad inside. I mean, my heart
Oh,
feels like coal,
well,
burnt up
that's
and made of
because
ashes.
you didn't be good for Santa.
Oh,
Did Santa visit you with the big feats?
oh, I was only there for like 2 days. This was like a 48-hour ordeal, and then they let me loose. Like last night's trash,
So
and I'm not
is
trash.
one day is 48 hours. So you were there for
Oh yeah, okay. So it was
carry
a
the
day,
carry
a
the
day and a night.
two, and so you were there for 525,600 hours.
Yeah, it felt longer than that.
That is a long time, I think. That's at least a week.
And it's not, wait, okay, but they kept me a day, 48 hours. Okay, but they took me out of the burlap sack and they sat me at their table. And this is the part that I don't even really like to talk about because it hurts so bad and it was so disgusting. They were all sitting down to eat, and the big daddy Bigfoot threw me in the chair and he grunted, and I think he said eat because it was like, mm. I mean, but I could tell because I think there was some telekinetics that he would psychokinetics. They would say in my head things, and I could hear them even in English. And he said, "Eat all your food, son." And it's the same thing I was told when I was a kid. And that's when my mom would swear at me and call me dirty words, and he would pinch me. And it would cause all kinds of bruises, and I hate that.
Yeah, that's no good when people are talking when they're talking in your head, when they're sociologically sexualized
That's what it was.
thematically in your head. That's
Yes. You agree with me, right? Do you know a liar that I can get a hold of? So the
I
food that they
well
put on the table was
I think
raw.
we do have some liars on hand, and they're really good at um
Get
uh
money.
they're good at libations.
Okay, because they
Yeah,
had a lot of
they
libations.
will lead you through the legal libations, and before we get our liars on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
I did a portrait of you.
Oh, nice.
So see, there's you. I really tried to detail it, and
I don't want anybody to know what I look like though, because
but I
I've
just
got to
my
stay
artistic
I got to stay
Johann
anonymity. Um,
Johann Fried, my
John.
artistic merits it's part of my channel, and it's very important to me. So I did a portrait of you. That's it right there.
Okay.
And then that is me
So
as
now
a
the cat's out of the
baby
bag.
with my big feet.
So now the cat's out of the bag that everybody can see me. Now I need a liar for you. I need to sue you because you're a liar. Lawyer. Yeah.
Oh no, my name's not Sue, it's Elise.
But I can. You just showed me on national TV. Or is this a podcast?
Is it? I
Okay, listen. All I know is listen. I'm selling a book. Thank you for having me on. I thought that you could help me out with these big feet because
You're
you.
welcome.
Okay.
So to all of our listeners
Mom,
on
she
the
didn't help
television,
me at all.
he was attacked and abducted by a family of big feet. You can buy his book for $199 in the Amazon, and he's and he has to go have mommy kisses, and that is good because mommy kisses are good. My mommy hasn't kissed me since she had to get cut in half when I was removed from her insides.
I'm being hit and
I was
spit
supposed
on
to
by
come
her
out of
too
her
now.
baby hole, but I had to come out of her belly entirety. My foot was in her spinal column because I had big feet. So big feet are good, and burlap sacks are the new fashionista trend, according to our guest. Did I get that right?
Are you talking to me? I thought you let me go. Am I done? I think I'm going to sue you too.
Okay, well, tell Sue I say hello. And if anybody wants a ghost to write their book with special ghost ink, this man is an expert, and I will be talking to him about how to do that. So I think this was a really good interview, and I did a great job.
As long as I sell books. Thanks, Lace, for having me on. Even though you didn't get me a lawyer, I needed a. Mom says it's a lawyer, not a liar.
Well,
So
I think
tricked me.
your mom is lying to you about that. But anyways, you're welcome for being on my TV show, and I did a really good job.
Thank you. I hope I sell a damn book.